Hi, I'm Amanda Oakleaf of Oakleaf Cakes. Thanks for clicking on this free video. I want to show you a good alternative to using traditional wooden dowels. I really like to use bubble tea straws. They're really quick and easy. It makes the cake nice and clean and it stacks together really nice. It's all going to be a part of a bigger video series that I'm teaching on how to make a sculpted hamburger cake. And we're going to show you how to crumb coat and stack and carve a sculpted hamburger with a couple patties, as well as make a bunch of fondant vegetables, onions, lettuce, tomato. We've also carved the buns, put some seeds on top, and then finish it off with a pickle wedge on the bottom in addition to some fondant potato chips. So I'm just marking out where they go, right in the lettuce. And then once it's all marked, the straws are really nice compared to wooden dowels. If you were using wooden dowels, you had to put the dowel in, make a mark, pull the dowel out, and then use a really sharp knife or a small saw to cut it to length. With the straws, all you have to do is push it all the way down, make sure it goes to the base, and then just snip it off right at the surface of the cake. I'm just going to do one right in the center, that way it's easier to line everything up. So I'm going to start with the highest point and maybe even try to lower the height of these veggies just a little bit. You don't want to squish the cake too much, but that will get everything else to be closer to the same height. Okay. So you just want to kind of work your way from the first straw, go directly across, cut the next straw. And from that straw, go straight across, and so on. And the offset scissor really allows the action of the scissor, the pinching, not to catch the cake that's lifted up. So right now I'm eyeballing the height. We can go back and check it later with a flat surface. I just want to get everything cut down to start with. So a good way to check that all of the straws are cut nice and level is to use our fondant smoother. It's a nice flat surface. And I just put them on from the middle straw to the outside straws, and you can kind of get down and look at it, make sure it sits nice and level, and you would notice if one straw was pushing up the fondant smoother too high. So you can spin it, make sure everything is level with that center one. That one definitely feels a little bit too tall. See how it hits the side? So we can just trim that off, just a little bit. You want to make sure if you're cutting just a little piece of the straw that you know where it goes, just so it doesn't land in any food. Just throw that away. And keep going. And I actually noticed that the middle straw is taller than this one, so then I need to cut the middle straw down. Everything should be at the same height. And then this one's a little bit tall. You can kind of see how the fondant smoother goes down in a little bit. I think that we're pretty good though. Maybe that one's a little high. Okay. I just like to put a little bit of royal icing on each straw, and royal icing acts as a really good glue to hold the cardboard to the fondant and, hold the cake all together. And you don't want a ton of royal icing because you don't want to really see it in the finished cake, just enough to get the cardboard to stick. So now that we have all the royal icing in place, we can go ahead and put on the final top bun. And you just want to look for the front, pick your best side, keep track of the front of the cake. And this would be a good time to hide any of the imperfections in the bun. We can do that with the lettuce. If you had any cardboard showing, we can put that in the back. And I saved the last piece of lettuce that I can use to hide anything that I feel is necessary. So, and then just give it a spin, make sure everything's covered up. So you can see from the front I have a little bit of the straw showing, and I can definitely use some of my lettuce to just glue right in there and cover up the straw so that doesn't show. And I'll probably cut it in half so I can use the other piece over here where I have a straw showing. So you can just, a little bit more glue, and maybe it's folded up a little bit, just to fill the space. Okay, and then there's one more on this side. Right. So So as you can see, the straws are really effective at holding the weight of a really big sculpted cake. So I encourage you to sign up for the hamburger cake course. You'll learn so much more and how to make this cake.